Today's Pokemon Presents was quite enjoyable, even if it really was just a bunch of commercials grouped into one video. For me personally, there were 4 things that really caught my eye. First was Pokemon Concierge getting more new episodes. I personally haven't had the chance to see the show just yet, but it looks truly beautiful and I'm glad it was successful enough to get more episodes. I'm really looking forward to starting it. The second thing that caught my eye was more of a hype moment of the video, where the TCG added in Mega Lucario and Gardevoir EX cards. It really set the tone for Legends ZA later on, even if we knew Mega Evolutions were on the way. The third, and quite possibly most shocking and significant announcements of the presents, was Pokemon Champions. Another Pokemon mobile game, even if it just focuses on the core gameplay of Pokemon, is really incredible, as it will be the first of its kind. For mobile devices at least. That Nintendo is allowing such a thing to happen just goes to show how powerful the mobile game market is for the Pokemon franchise, though such isn't too surprising given the success of Pokemon Go and Pokemon TCG Pocket. That it can play against Switch versions of the game is also pretty interesting. Hopefully Game Freak is able to pull it off, because they don't have the best track record on making functionally sound Pokemon games as of late. Lastly, I want to talk about the main event of the Presents, Legends ZA. The game looks to take place sometime in the future of X and Y this time around, as opposed to the past in Legends Arceus. The player characters look like a younger version of Professor Sycamore, possibly his child, or the X and Y mother, Grace, though the female protagonist also looks a bit like Lyra from Heart Gold and Soul Silver if you look at the little back end of her hair. The starter Pokemon are a bit of an odd choice, as there are 2 Gen 2 starters, but that's probably why the female protagonist looks a bit like Lyra, too. That being said, any kind of buff to Meganium and Emboar is probably a good thing. Regardless, the only thing I found personally disappointing about this Legends ZA feature is the Wild Zones. Taking place solely in the city, even if there are more of them this time around, the Wild Zones seemed like they'll be very restrictive. While Pokemon like Trubbish and Garbodor look right at home, the wild areas of the park and the rundown-looking city look to be the extent of what you would normally see in a city itself. They didn't really show off anything that could be a repeat of areas from the previous game, like Cobalt Coastlands, Firespit Island, or Alabaster Icelands. Maybe there will be some kind of artificial indoor building, but that just removes the sense of true adventure feeling Arceus had. With the negatives out of the way, there didn't appear to be too many obvious frame rate or poor performance issues like there were in the Scarlet and Violet trailers. The graphics look much better than Arceus, though not that much better, taking on the shading style of Scarlet and Violet. The gameplay itself is further evolved from Arceus, and it's pretty cool you'll be able to position Pokemon to change the effects of moves. You'll be able to actually dodge physical attacks for once. I just wonder if Alpha Pokemon and being attacked by more than one wild Pokemon will return. There didn't appear to be any new Mega Evolutions, but I'm sure we'll see more as time goes on. I'm still really glad that they're back. This trailer clearly just scratched the surface of the game, and with the late 2025 release, I'm sure there's plenty of time to learn more about the game. Personally, I'm more interested in the Switch 2 version of the game because I'm hoping it'll have better performance, but you never know. Regardless, I'm really looking forward to Legends Arceus. Overall, as I said at the start, I enjoyed today's presents, and I hope you did too. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Thanks for your time, and I hope you have a good day.